as black, we have a couple options, right? So the rule is that the first thing in a position that we always look at are the free pieces, right? So in this case, there's actually two free pieces. Okay, so there's one, there's two. Okay, so at first we have to consider all of these. Okay, so we'll start with this one since it's the queen, right? Okay, so if the rook takes the queen, then if you see, there's this attack here. Okay, so when the rook takes check, so if this happens, the rook takes, and you can do it this immediately. Okay, and it's a check, as you can see. Okay, so need to block that. You can take it, right? Now black has to do this, otherwise checkmate. Okay, and then rook takes, and then white's way better. Okay, so if you go back, okay, to the original position, we discussed that there was one other move, and it's just here. Okay, that's just a free bishop, so immediately this is good. So now let's check what happens. Okay, no, it's here, isn't it? Yeah, the king is here, that's important. Okay, so if the rook takes here, well, let's just go over it. Okay, if the rook takes here, you can just take back and nothing happens. Okay, if something like this happens, you can just take it, and there's not much that you can really do. And a quick scan of all other like attacking moves show that white can't really attack black in this case, even though it looks really threatening. Okay, and yeah, rook is still threatening the queen, so the queen has to do something. Okay, so if you go back to the original position, just in case, if we see if there's any better moves for black, there are. So the answer is just free 3 points. Okay, so this is the best move in this case. White is still better actually, but black this gets it closer to making it equal. Okay. Okay, so here's another move. Okay, so usually this would be a good move. It's free bishop, right? So it's just 3 points for black. But in this case, there is another move that's better. In fact, how about I'll move the rook here. Okay, so now try to solve the problem. It's the same thing. The answer is the same, but in this case, the difference is that if black takes this bishop, then the queen checkmates on g8, right? But you could the solution is the same for black. There's a better move for black even if the rook was here. Okay, but this is just kind of an incentive that there is one move. Again, you can try to attack the king, right? Because there's a lot of pieces around. There's this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, right? All of these are around the king. The king cannot move to very little places. So you want to try to take advantage of that, right? It's in this case black's turn to play, right? So yeah, if white move their queen there, then yeah, of course, well, not the rook, but the other ones can take it, right? But white would obviously not go there, right? White would checkmate here, right? That's not.
Bishop will kill either one of those pieces.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I guess. But the queen is, first of all, the queen is more valuable, right? The second of all, right, that this is not like the question, right? The question is what is black's best move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it was white's move and they played this, which is not a good move, right? You can take them. You can take that with any of these pieces, right?
Got it.
Think about it, okay, and tell me why it's correct. Okay, so the answer is this. This is the best move for black. Okay, so can someone tell me why this is the
Because
best move?
it's a check to the king.
Okay, but can't the king just move away from the check?
Oh, but if he can move up or to dino, the rook will kill him.
Okay, and then how about down
If
then?
he goes down and down, the pawn will kill on the right side, and the knight will kill him on the left side.
Okay, and then what happens if the pawn takes the knight?
The pawn takes the knight.
So how about another question? Can the pawn take the knight? Can this pawn take the knight? If the pawn takes the knight, it's check, right?
Oh, it's kind of like a absolute pin.
Yeah, it's an exactly. It's an absolute pin. So can the pawn take the knight?
No, it has to protect the king. But if
No,
the
yeah,
pawn moves, then the rook will kill it.
yeah. So the pawn can take the knight, right? So in this case, the king can't actually move anywhere, right? It can't move here, like you said, and it can't move here, right? So in this case, it's actually checkmate, not just check. Okay, so that's the answer. Does everyone understand, or does anyone have any questions?
I understand.
That the king is weak, right? So you have to try to find the correct move to take advantage of the weakness. And in this case, the weakness for white was the king. So this knight move takes advantage of that by giving checkmate. Okay? So here is another puzzle. In this case, it is black's turn. Try to find weaknesses. You know, if you can't see a way to check or take a free piece, checkmate, or take a free piece, then look at the 4 tactics. But again, start with those 2, okay? Because a lot of times, a lot of easy tactics are just ways to checkmate, or take a free piece, okay? So why do you think going here is the best move?
Because it has a check to the king.
Okay, and can the king move anywhere?
Yeah, I think it's a checkmate.
And yeah, it's a checkmate actually. That's the correct move because checkmate. The king can't actually move anywhere, right?
Yes.
Here, king can't move anywhere, so it's just checkmate. Okay? So everyone understand that?
Yes.